that GPT-5 is way more advanced, yet somehow your answers feel weaker or less helpful? Don't worry, it's not your imagination. The entire system has changed, and the way you prompt must evolve with it. Today, I'll show you 10 research-backed techniques that will transform how GPT-5 responds to you. These aren't random tips. They're based on how OpenAI's researchers actually test GPT-5's reasoning. If there's one skill you need today, it's prompt writing. A good prompt makes any model dramatically smarter. Before we dive into the new abilities, let's start with the 7-step prompt framework used by AI teams. Step 1. Assign a role. Give GPT-5 a clearly defined role. When you tell it, "You are my travel expert," or "You are my marketing strategist," it reorganizes its reasoning to behave like that expert. Step 2. Define the task. Don't be vague. Instead of saying, "Tell me about travel in Canada," say, "Research the top 5 destinations in Canada offering adventure activities, luxury stays, and local food recommendations." Specificity forces high-quality reasoning. Step 3. Provide context. GPT-5 thrives when it has strong context. The more you tell it about your preferences, your personal style, what you need, and what you want to avoid, the more accurate and relevant its answers will be. The model doesn't automatically understand your taste or your goals. It only knows what you explicitly share with it. When you provide this kind of clear background, GPT-5 can tailor every suggestion, idea, and solution so that it fits who you are instead of giving a generic response. Step 4. Define reasoning steps. Tell GPT-5 exactly how you want it to think instead of leaving everything up to the model. You can guide its reasoning with commands like, "Analyze this step by step," "Check any assumptions you're making," or "Evaluate at least 2 alternatives before choosing the best one." When you do this, you're not just asking a question and hoping for a good answer. You're giving it a clear mental roadmap. It's like providing full GPS directions rather than just typing in a destination address. Step 5. Set rules and constraints. Rules sharpen the output by telling GPT-5 exactly what to avoid, so the response stays focused and controlled. When you specify constraints like, "Do not use emojis," "Do not use hashtags," keep it under 60 words, "Use simple language that a 13-year-old can understand," or "Do not make unrealistic promises," you eliminate ambiguity and force the model to operate within clear boundaries. These limitations act as guide rails that help GPT-5 deliver cleaner, more accurate, and more reliable results that match your intentions precisely. Step 6. Stop conditions. A stop condition gives GPT-5 a clear signal about exactly when the response should end, so the model doesn't continue adding unnecessary information. When you specify instructions like, "Give me exactly 10 ideas," number them from 1 to 10, and after idea number 10, stop and do not add anything else, you remove all ambiguity about the length and structure of the answer. By defining this kind of boundary, you prevent the model from rambling or extending the output beyond what you asked for. Instead, GPT-5 stays focused, produces a clean list, and delivers precisely the amount of content you need. No more, no less. Step 7. Output format. Always be clear about the exact output format you want, because GPT-5 works far more accurately when the structure is defined in advance. Whether you need a table, a chart, a script, a summary, or a framework, spelling out the shape of the final answer prevents the model from guessing or organizing information in a way you don't want. For example, if you're requesting a 7-day content plan, telling GPT-5 to present it specifically in a table with 4 columns, day, video title, main idea, and call to action, ensures the results come out clean, consistent, and easy to read. Clear formatting instructions act like a blueprint, guiding GPT-5 to deliver your information neatly and exactly the way you envisioned. Trigger words. Trigger phrases help switch GPT-5 into a deeper, more careful style of reasoning, especially for sensitive topics like money decisions. When you start your prompt with instructions such as "think deeply," "double-check your reasoning," and "be extremely thorough," you're telling the model to slow down, examine the numbers, question its own assumptions, and only then give an answer. In the example where you ask, I earn $3,000 per month and want to save $500 safely. These phrases nudge GPT-5 to analyze the budget step by step instead of guessing, making the final plan more precise, realistic, and trustworthy. GPT-5 can coach itself. One of the most surprising abilities of GPT-5 is that it can actually critique and improve its own writing when you instruct it properly. If you ask the model to create a rubric, with rules like using a warm tone, avoiding jargon, keeping the language simple, and offering only encouragement, it will use those criteria to score its own first draft from 1 to 10. After that, GPT-5 can point out exactly where the writing feels weak or doesn't meet the guidelines, then rewrite the paragraph to raise the score. GPT-5 Coding Power. GPT-5 represents a major leap forward in coding ability, far beyond what previous models could achieve. It can take a set of requirements, like building a simple web page with HTML and CSS, adding a header, a content section, and a footer, and generate the entire structure in one clean, organized pass. Not only can it write the code, but it can also comment each section so you understand how everything works, and then review the final output to check for errors before presenting the completed version. Whether the task is a small web page or a full-stack application, GPT-5 understands complex instructions instantly and produces results that feel like they came from an experienced software engineer rather than an automated tool. Software on-demand concept. One of the most powerful upgrades in GPT-5 is its ability to create fully functional tools and mini SaaS products on demand without needing a human developer. When you assign it a structured research mission, like identifying which AI tools save the most time for a small business, comparing features, pricing, ease of use, and time-saving potential, it can go far beyond simple answers. GPT-5 can actually build dashboards, interactive modules, plot generators, and even lightweight software that runs locally, based entirely on the specifications you give it. Predictive reasoning. GPT-5 can function like a forecasting engine when you give it a structured scenario prompt. If you present a situation, such as wanting to start an online handmade business this year, and ask for multiple outcomes, assumptions, risks, and confidence levels, the model can analyze current trends to outline what might realistically happen. With the right instructions, GPT-5 doesn't just guess. It breaks everything down clearly and logically, turning your prompt into a practical tool for planning and predicting possible futures. Voice mode and learning tools. GPT-5's voice mode is surprisingly natural and expressive, making conversations feel much closer to talking with a real tutor. You can use it to study any subject. Large context window. GPT-5's massive context window allows it to process huge amounts of information at once. Entire chapters, long conversations, or large datasets, without losing track of earlier details. This makes it ideal for tasks like long-form analysis, where you might paste in a lengthy document and ask it to summarize, extract insights, identify contradictions, and suggest a cleaner structure. Because it can remember so much at one time, GPT-5 can follow the full thread of your text from beginning to end, making its analysis deeper, more accurate, and far more reliable for research-heavy work. Writing tone customization. GPT-5 can now adopt any tone you want. Friendly, professional, candid, quirky, efficient, nerdy, cynical. You can personalize its voice deeply, allowing perfect style matching. You've just finished exploring 15 powerful hacks that can help GPT-5 work harder for you and dramatically boost your productivity. Yay! Let me know in the comments. Which feature are you most excited to try? This is Tim AI Tool Use. If you found this video helpful, make sure to hit subscribe so you never miss our weekly content on everything related to AI. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye!